put you in hoop and run and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I see it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear cheer.
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. And it comes your way next.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson looking to throw right away. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. That one complete to Prochet. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now here come the Ravens. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Here's Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Cowboys will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Being chased out left. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter.
On 2nd 2nd and 12. Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game, so you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes a Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Ravens are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to his knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're 1-2 plays and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second and a long way to go. Prescott.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds.
The McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Crochet. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back at 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Holding, receiving team.
So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs them up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott swinging this out for Pollard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have the nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Another big play here as they strike for 31. We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Able to put this one through, and that's going to tie things at 20. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Put a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some stats get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right. Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Trying to run for it with Pollard, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Prescott looks to throw on first. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. They'll throw again. Prescott. Steps away to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. That one goes for 8 yards. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruised 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
2nd down and goal. Prescott, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And it ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They go play action now. Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the fourth and final quarter of action. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
cancel resulted in losing yardage. Back to the 3. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Dobbins sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly, trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Pass the 20 for a short gain, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Prescott. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
That's interference. Defense.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll try again with Elliott. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Touchdown! Noah Brown from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. They'll give this to Ricard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Throwing now is Jackson. Dancing to his left. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Forced it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Now Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
They'll roll him out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to